So here we have the Jaguar XE on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a four-door car with alloy wheels. I'm going to start off inside the boot space first of all. As we approach the back of the car you can see we have reversing sensors and plenty of boot space as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. Now that we've done a full circle though, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the speedometer. On the right-hand side, the rev counter. In the middle at the bottom, the total miles of the car are 58,691. Above that, we have a trip computer, fuel gauge, coolant temperature gauge as well. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side, we have our stereo and phone controls. On the right-hand side, cruise control and speed limiter. And then behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus paddle so you can change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. Over into the centre, we have the main touchscreen. So these four options are probably the four main ones certainly. So you have your audio just here. You've got, as you can see, DAB, FM and AM radio, an auxiliary input. You've also got Bluetooth audio once you paired up your phone to the car, which we are not going to do at the moment, of course. We have some of the climate control settings on here and some down below, which we'll come to in a moment, but you can change the direction of the air on here. We've also got the heated seat control. So 3 different heat settings for the driver and the same there for the passenger as well. Again, back to the home screen, we have our satellite navigation down in this bottom corner. Really nice clear colour display as you can see. And speaking of colour displays, we have a colour reversing camera as well. Working our way down, we have the physical controls for your climate control, whereby you can change the passenger temperature up and down here, the driver temperature up and down, the fan speed up and down, and then if I was to hit this button, I'd have the options come up on the screen again, and the same for the seats. Air conditioning's on at the minute, so that's off. Back on again, or you can hit auto. The car will now maintain the temperatures that you've asked for, which you can hear it doing. By taking control of the fan speed and the direction of the air, you can override that manually whenever you wish to. This button starts and stops the engine, and as you saw and heard me do just now, that is the volume for the stereo just there. This dial is where you select the gear for the car. So sport, drive, reverse, and neutral in the middle here, and then park over on that left-hand side. When you switch the ignition off, this will lower down so that it sits flush to this central unit. We can turn off the stop and start, and the traction control. You can then change the driving setup of the car. So you've got eco, ice and snow, normal, and then dynamic over on that left-hand side. 2 cup holders and an electronic handbrake. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.